It's the 20th of September 2015 and I'm at Port Winkle catching up with Mike Howell. You can find his videos or history of videos for the last 4 or 5 years on YouTube. Just type in Mike Howell, Chris Summerfield and you come up with the videos. It's great catching up with him, and it's challenges, issues by other people that have been ongoing for quite a long time now, and it shows some of the hypocrisy in society today. It's another beautiful Sunday in Port Winkle, and I can hear Mike Howell in the background, and it's beautiful scenic for painting and being hassled by gyroscopes. I was on the beach taking pictures earlier on and I kept getting buzzed by gyroscopes, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. Anyway, it's Mike Howell time again. Hello Mike, how are you?
Oh, I'm just playing with my doll, Chris. Where have you come from? You weren't here just now. I was just playing with my doll. I've got a name for her now. And she's called Precious.
Oh, you named last week actually, Precious.
Yes, well, things happen, Chris.
She's got orange hair.
Yeah, no, that's me orange. Yeah. I'm trying to peel it, but it's
I like your mask this week, Michael.
It's very, very difficult to peel. I'm going to put the orange down for a minute.
It's very fetching.
Yes, well, I got very fetching things, see, because I'm now got in touch with my feminine side.
You've got beautiful eyes coming through there as well.
I feel fantastic. I wish I got in touch with my feminine side when I was born. Then I would have had a better time.
Maybe you need to, in a nice sort of way, you need to wear that mask more often.
Yeah, I do. What are you saying about my face, Chris? Is it bad?
I think it's really, really good.
It's been worn out, my face. That's why I put makeup on now, Chris, because...
Let's have a look at your shoes again,
yeah,
Michael.
well, look at those, look. I can dance with them.
Where do you get these from? Where do you get these from? Where did these come from? Right, where did they come from?
These here, these come again. I'm a very cheap person, Chris. That's why I respect money. I respect money. And I got them from a charity shop. And if you look on the bottom of the heels, I think they were £8. And that's cheap.
Cool. Yeah. So, what I'd like to ask you this week is, what, apart from the fact that you're getting thousands of hits on your YouTube videos,
I'm not famous, Chris. You mean I've got to keep wearing masks now?
I think you probably have.
Oh dear. Goodness me.
Otherwise you'll get recognised everywhere you go, and you can't have that now.
I didn't want that, Chris.
You'll be signing autographs.
I'm just an ordinary artist.
So what's the highlight of your life?
What is
the highlight of your life?
The highlight of my life now?
No, all the way through.
Oh, I would say getting married.
Yes.
Getting married was actually, it was the simplest decision of my life.
Oh, how long did you go out with
my wife? Diana Howell. Well, she was called Diana Smith in those days.
Yeah.
And well, that was 1974. I got married, Chris.
That was.
And I was searching for a girlfriend. I was working at it. It became a piece of work to me to find the real person who truly loved me. And it was like searching for a lump of gold amongst a load of coal. And there come out that gold.
How did you meet her?
I met her in the Majestic, Chris.
Yeah.
And as I said, I was a South Western League footballer. And every second week I would have to play away. I don't mean play away. I think girlfriends. I'm talking about football.
Yeah, I know. It's a different goal, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I scored a few goals when I was away, though, Chris. But that's football.
Yeah.
And when I used to come back, I used to have 2 mates. One was called Don Soden, and one was called Keith Truscott. And they also played football in the same team as me. But they just wanted to go round the pubs. They're now married.
That's why I keep away from a lot of people in Plymouth, because everything's centred around pubs, and I'm not a pubby person.
I'm not really a pub man,
To me, I think it's too destructive.
Well, I'm not really a pub man, and so I used to have my 2 pints.
So you don't wet your whistle occasionally?
No, I don't I never wet my whistle, actually. Oh yeah, that's another thing. That's just in case I got to referee something, and then I blow this. Well, I can't now, Chris. Hang on.
It's all right. Okay.
And that's like a bird. And then I feed the birds sometimes. They come down.
Is that Oh, you brought
Yeah,
them in?
I looked at come again. I hope they don't go all over me, because I've just put out a few little things there now for the crows.
So how much does it cost to feed the birds?
Well, it costs nothing. I just use my imagination,
I thought it was tuppence a bag.
Yeah, I know it's tuppence a bag, but the thing is, my bags are free. I give everything away free.
We've gone off the line. So we were talking about your wife.
Yes. Well, my wife was gorgeous, and I thought, I'll ask her for a dance. See, because we used to all go round in a circle.
Around the girls' handbags.
Yeah, and the girls used to sit on the chairs. How respectable is that?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm on my own. It's more difficult to get a girlfriend when you're on your own.
Yeah.
But I thought, I'll keep trying.
Is this because you were by yourself most of your early life and you needed company?
Yes, Chris. I came from a children's home.
Yeah.
And I went into a Bodmin orphanage when I was 4. And...
We've covered that already.
I can't. Well, we can come bang up to date. Anyway, I didn't have what I call school friends.
Yes.
Other than the football friends, and the football friends didn't seem to want be interested in girls. But when I reached a certain age, Chris, I really worked hard on the girls. I really did. I wanted a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I did have a girlfriend when I was 14. But I slapped the back of her bra and I thought I injured her. Because that's how much I knew about girls, Chris.
Yeah.
And I thought, when we were in the home, we weren't even allowed to watch the girls' legs.
Yeah.
The sisters would turn off the television. And actually, that's where I learned how to play table tennis.
It's a Catholic background, very strict on
it was very, very strict.
I mean, a lot of English rules over sex and sex education were incredibly primitive in those days.
Me, yeah, but I didn't know anything different.
In the process.
That's right, I didn't know anything different.
Yeah.
So I thought, crumbs, I'd turn the television off. Saturday night, I used to like watching the black and white minstrel shows.
Yeah.
But...
Can you just turn the radio off a minute?
Oh yeah, I listen to white noise as well, Chris. That's white noise down here.
Star matter.
And that gives me new thoughts as well.
Comes from stars.
But anyway, just going back to the shows, yeah, so I had nothing to do, and there was a table tennis table outside, because we had it in different sections, different rooms, and that's how I learned to play my table tennis. Nobody taught me anything, really, Chris.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I tried to act dumb, you know, because if you're too clever, they don't like you.
No, you're a threat.
And you know, I don't know why they don't like you.
Yeah, it's because you're a threat to them. They can't handle it.
Chris, you're absolutely spot on. But you imagine me coming out of a home, and I had to show that I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I had to, you know, try and win my respect.
Yeah.
And by doing that, they chopped my tie off once, because they said that's authority. So where do I go? So I played...
So, no, we've gone off from your wife again.
Yeah, well, my wife, I was so in love with her that I went out with her for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I thought, crikey, this is serious now, because normally I get rid of them after about a couple of months.
So you were a bit shallow when you were younger then? You used to pick them up and drop them and...
Very shallow, very shallow, yeah. I just wanted a girlfriend. I didn't want to marry them. No. Matter of fact, I love girls.
Is that part of experimenting until you find the right one?
Yes, it is. Yes. You've got to feel at one with the person. And the only person I could feel at one with was Diana Smith. That's what she was called.
Yeah.
And, well... It was like having the best mate, the best everything. And I thought, well, I can't get rid of her.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of her.
Yeah.
I thought, so this must be true love. And so after 2 years of courting, I'm laughing, Chris, because I'm going to tell you how I proposed to her. It was at Call My Bluff. There was a game called Call My Bluff. Yeah, it was on the television, and I lived in Hamills Road then. We had just moved from 23 Hamills Road to 27 Hamills Road. Oh no, I think it was 31 Hamills Road. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't give out those addresses really, because I'm not there now, and other people are. But it was called Call My Bluff, and I said to her, would you marry me? Just like that. I didn't build it up.
And did she laugh?
No, she said, what did you say?
Did you call me?
And I thought, crud, after all that, I've got to say it again.
Yeah.
I was so nervous saying it. I said, would you marry me? And she said, oh, yes, of course I will. And carried on watching the television. As if it was just, oh, look, it's raining. Anyway, I got married on January the 11th, just after Christmas.
Yeah.
1974.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to make a decision, and I spent my honeymoon, which was fantastic.
Where was the honeymoon?
That was in Knightsbridge Hotel, where the royalty are.
Yeah.
And I'm just an ordinary dockyardie.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at the time, and I did spend more than I should have done for my status.
Yeah.
But I thought this will only happen once, and it was a fantastic honeymoon.
Yeah.
And I'm not going into the other bit about the honeymoon itself, because I think I've said that.
No, I don't think you have.
Oh, I don't. I'm a bit embarrassed now. I've gone red under this mask. Well, I'll cut the story short, because I'm also writing a book.
Yeah, okay.
And it's in the book. Here's the book here.
Cool.
Matter of fact, you've given me an idea. If I could find it, I could actually say what was written in the book, but it's finding it. That's the problem, because I've actually written it down, because I'm quite embarrassed when I say it, but when I read it, it's not so bad.
Well, if you just, instead of reading it from the book, so it'd be too much like the book then, if you just give me a brief on...
But a brief thing is, because I read lots of things about marriage and intercourse. Am I allowed to say that word, intercourse?
Yes, you can.
Oh, right, I can say that.
That's between education.
And they said the room moves for you. Well, I'm going to say the building moved for me, not the room.
Yeah.
The building, it shuddered. And then this person come down, I met her coming down the stairs. She said, did you hear that last night? I said, what? I said, I'm very sorry. I said, I'm on my honeymoon. It wasn't me, I said. Oh, she said, the whole building shook. I said, I felt it as well. I said, I was getting worried, I said, because I'm on my honeymoon. Anyway, I made a few inquiries, and what I found out is the underground runs right under our hotel. Cool, I breathed a sigh of relief. I thought it was me.
So, what's the highlight of your relationship with your wife?
Oh, well, we still love each other.
Yeah.
Obviously in a different way now, because my poor old wife, I look at her and I think she's the bravest woman on this planet.
And when did she start getting senile dementia?
Not senile dementia, Chris. She's not senile by a long way. She's cleverer than me. What she's got is multiple sclerosis.
Oh, cracky, yeah.
And her brain is fantastic.
Yeah.
But the
also, it's very frustrating for them.
Yeah, well, it's very frustrating for her, because she's in a home where people have senile dementia, and she can't really hold a conversation. But the staff are brilliant to her, and they talk to her a lot, because I go down there, visit her, and I can't really talk to the other patients. I don't like to call them patients, because they're not. They're all about, but they have senile dementia, and it's very difficult to hold a conversation. Any people out there looking after somebody with senile dementia, it must be the hardest job in the world, because the body is there, but the person isn't.
When did your wife start getting muscular sclerosis?
Well, she started getting muscular sclerosis when she was working as a window dresser in the co-op, and she started to drop things. Yeah. And she was a marvellous...
How long ago was that?
That was in 1990. Yeah. And that's when I left the dockyard. There was big redundancies going on. I was in two minds, because although she had the beginnings of MS, she was still a perfect woman. Matter of fact, after she left the window dresser job at the co-op after 23 years, she went and became a supervisor out at HMS Raleigh, And I was a house husband, and I loved it. I thought, well, money's coming in, why should I worry?
Yeah.
But then things did really turn bad, Chris.
Yeah.
Really did. She started falling. People came home to me and said, your wife's drunk again. And I said, I'm sorry. She's got multiple sclerosis. She's falling over.
I've heard that all the way through. There used to be a Radio 1 disc jockey. He used to go into work with muscular sclerosis, and they thought he was drunk and accused him of being drunk in work.
Yes.
And I had a friend that had it in Plymouth, and I watched him go downhill very quickly with it.
Yes, Chris,
I think he went down over a 12-month period.
Well, you can go in 6 months and die, or there are different strains of it, Chris.
Yeah.
And I've deliberately lowered my voice because emotionally it's still there.
Yeah.
But I am still very lucky because I was able to look after her for 19 years, and my mother, which was horrendous. It was. My mother was not a loving mother, I'm sorry to say. She'd give you everything, but there was no real love there.
Yeah.
She never seen what I did, how I did it. Matter of fact, my stepfather gave me love. My mother, love was different.
So where did you get your mask from?
Well, I got the mask from one of the fancy dress shops. They used to be down the bottom of town, but they've now taken the place of Somerville Gallery. They're up there. I don't know what...
Oh, don't mention his name to me. I don't like it. He's one of the people I don't really get on with. A gallery in Plymouth.
A gallery in Plymouth.
And
that's in Mayflower Street.
Yeah.
And the girl in there is very pleasant to me, but like everything in life, Chris, I can't buy everything.
Yeah.
I need another house, actually, then I can buy everything.
Yeah. You got everything in there.
Oh, I got everything, but I buy these things, Chris, because they give me inspiration. I've just put down a gorgeous girl and my own painting. Now, I didn't paint the gorgeous girl, but the vibes I've got off it today, and it's the first time I've ever brought it out alongside my own work. And I've had no end of ideas.
Yeah.
I think you can create ideas by putting two opposites together.
Yeah.
Because they flash against one another.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say I'm anything special. All I did was put a dress on.
Yeah.
That's all I did. And my creativity was like a nuclear bomb going off in my head.
Yeah.
Now, as an artist...
So when, talking about dresses, when did you actually first put a dress on?
7 years ago, Chris.
So you never wore a dress before then?
Oh, yes, I've got to be honest, I did. But,
just to feel what they were like? And
yes. I'm not going to say I did.
So when did you actually start putting a dress on, just to feel what it was like? And I think everybody goes through it with the teenage years.
No. I would say, when did I actually put a dress on? Because when I was a child, I didn't want to dress up.
Yeah.
Because I used to run away. The only thing the sisters dressed me in was a Quality Street, and I had, you know, like the Wellington boots on.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. I'm trying to think when I put the first dress on. I'm just trying to think. It's very difficult, Chris. I'm stuck, to be honest with you. So I would say when I really put a dress on, we'll say 7 years ago.
Yes.
And that's when my wife went into a care home. And the male side of me, Chris, as a creative person, vanished.
Yeah.
So, like I just said, the female, I don't like saying female, Chris, because I'm a full male. I don't want to be a female. I respect the female too much to be a female. I'm a man.
But there's some days when you feel the pressure's too much for you to carry on with this, and you have to revert back to being a man.
Yeah, but I think we've got if I wasn't an artist, would I be wearing a dress?
I don't know.
And I don't know. I don't even know. I'm asking something that can't take place. Well, I hope it never takes place.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, I mean, some people might think it's trying to seek attention.
No, Chris, it isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't. That's what annoys me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I come down here, Port Wrinkle in the winter, and there's no one about.
Yeah.
I'm still dressed like this.
Yeah.
Because it gives me... I'm not a scientist. But something happens to my brain.
Psychologist.
Or psychologist.
Yeah.
Something happens to the brain when I put my other creative clothing on. I call it artistic clothing.
Yeah.
And I go off like a nuclear bomb in my head.
Yeah.
I have so many thoughts that I want to do and inspirations. We call it inspiration. But I think you can actually develop inspiration by the training of the brain.
Yeah,
now,
you can definitely bend the brain connections into different directions. Because,
yeah.
I mean, the internet's doing that to people anyway.
Yeah,
it's changing the psychology of people.
Yeah, yeah.
What age was it you actually met your wife then?
Well, it was 1974.
So how old
no, it'd be 74 I got married. It was 2 years previous to that, so that'd be 72.
No, you weren't then. But how old were you then?
Oh, how old was I? Oh, crikey. 25.
Yeah, so she gave you everything you'd always wanted.
Oh, yes.
And she's been there all your life,
yes.
basically. And
but
that's
up to then, I was a very shy man.
Yeah.
I didn't go out. My mother said, why don't you go out and meet some girls? I said, how could I go out on my own?
Yeah.
And meet girls? I think I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
I can't go up to a girl and just say, I want to go out with you, because you didn't in them days, Chris. You had to go to a dance hall or somewhere. I'll tell you something secret I used to do, and I told nobody this, Chris. I used to go out on my own. And if I seen a girl on the street, I'd go up and talk to her. But I learned that's not the right way to do it. You'll get the wrong reputation.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Right, we'll call that a day and we'll catch up again, Michael.
Chris, it's been brilliant.
Thanks
I hope we stay together, because I'm very free with you, Chris, in talking about my life. I don't think I'll be as free with somebody else.
Well, thanks a lot for that, Michael. And
oh, you need me by face.
What I was going to say is wish everybody well that's watching all your videos, the thousands of people that are hitting your videos.
Well, that's brilliant. And as you can see, my creativity has come out again. I made these a bit longer. I want to put words on my face, not all the time, just to get the point over, because it's creativity. Most people, which I say to them, be yourself. It is tough. I've had things brought against me, injustices brought against me, and thankfully I've come through it. Well, I hope I will also be able to come through it.
You prove the point, actually, because the authorities actually go to Pride events, and Pride events is all about, and in fact they lead the processions at the Pride event,
yes.
And Pride events is all about having respect and treating people with respect and dignity.
Absolutely.
They're the biggest hypocrites that go to these events.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks a lot anyway, Michael.
Thank you, Chris.
Turn myself around now, I look back in disgrace. I think of what I've done now, when time has took its place. You call me every night now, and I'm not gonna chase. 'Cause all I ever wanted was you. 'Cause all I ever wanted was you. You look into my eyes now, deep inside my mind. You don't know how I feel, you're talking all the time. The beauty lies within you, the smile that's on all I ever wanted was you. And every time I let you go, and every time I let you go, darling, I don't know. Will you spend the night through upon that special place? 'Cause all I wanna do now is hold your short hands. And when I'm alone now, you're part of my plans. 'Cause all I ever wanted was you. 'Cause all I ever wanted was you.
Chris Summerfield Media 2015. You can contact me, sponsor me, support me at christophersummerfield@gmail.com and PayPal me. Thank you for watching the video.